Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about our good old friend Jasmy. I appreciate you guys for showing so much love. Continue supporting and you will continue to see these updates. But if we're looking at the overall market, you guys can pretty much see this for yourself. A lot of coins are going back into the green compared to yesterday. But I still do believe Bitcoin does have a potential to still retest $64,000. So we could see a little bit of more pullback. But in a grand scheme of things, if crypto market is looking bullish for me. So if we're looking at Jasmy, it's up about 1.5%, and the price is currently sitting at 2.17 cents, up 1% in Bitcoin and Ethereum comparative as well. If you're looking at the market cap, about $1.35 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about $77.1 million. So in a grand scheme of things, things are not looking as bad for the price itself. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to start off by obviously discussing the price. Obviously, if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance index, it is going up a little bit compared to yesterday, but at the same time, we did see a sharp decline. And on top of that, if you're looking at BTC as well, you can see Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of a recovery within its price. Obviously we do have, at the same time as the price is trying to break out right now, significant amount of resistance. But let's see what happens for Bitcoin as we do go into Wednesday morning. But so far so good. But like I said, still there is a chance that $64,000 support does get retested just to shake out, a lot of these whales. I'm sorry, a lot of these longs that are piling up. But anyhow, if you're looking at Jasmy right now, Jasmy's currently sitting at 2.82 cents, and yet we're still finding ourselves being supported by the exact same support level that I spoke to you guys about yesterday. But today I just want to kind of highlight something because there's so much confusion within this space right now regarding Jasmy, and especially to the newcomers coming into the space. And let me be quite frank with you. I understand we shouldn't be giving people a hard time, especially when they're coming new into the markets, because let's face it, guys, there was one time, I'm sure we used to think something similar, like looking at a project with some insane circulation supply and thinking that it's going to go to thousands of dollars. But totally okay, and that's what usually the newcomers feel like in terms of altcoins. When they finally get their first exposure on altcoins or a bunch of altcoins, they think that it's going to be the next big thing. Jasmy has a lot to prove, and I've been quite clear on that. I think it is one of the projects that has higher risk, believe it or not. I know, the people in the Jasmy community don't really, the ones that, don't really like the realistic facts. I know a lot of people from the Jasmy community do understand that fact, but there's a lot of them that actually do believe that, Jasmy is, developing a lot of good things happening behind the scenes, which that could be the case. But right now, during these times, I've been quite clear to you guys about this. What you want to be doing is forgetting about the price for a second. You want to understand how this project was doing in a bear market, and I've been quite clear about this. If you want to know a strength of a project, you need to see how it's performing in a bear market. If they're continuing to develop, if they're continuing to evolve, and then obviously that continues to go into the bull market, then great. But the projects that are kind of stagnant, not reaching their roadmaps, not as much announcements, that could be a major red flag. And if you kind of go backtrack on Jasmy specifically during the bear market, there weren't any good things happening within itself. Not much happening, not many news going around. And of course, in a bull market, projects are going to do whatever they can because they know the potential the bull market brings to the project. Because the project that has a lot of news coming in, does bring in a lot of exposure. A lot of people are researching crypto, so it can go trending quite fast. So just look at it from the Apple announcement. It wasn't even in a partnership with Apple, but just based off of that, we saw what happened with Jasmy. But still, I go back to what I said. There's still a lot of things they need to do. Obviously, it is a riskier project. That does not mean it cannot have, a good performance. As far as performance is concerned, it's doing quite well. And again, performance is, due to supply and demand. And let's face it, there is a lot of demand for Jasmy because, speculators think that, this could be, a good performing asset this bull cycle. And if they reach their roadmap, all the goals, then of course, that's a cherry on top. But what a lot of people don't understand is when, you start thinking about unrealistic, price targets such as $8. I saw that on I think Reddit. Someone was like, "Hey, do you guys think Jasmy could reach $8 in 2026?" And let me be quite clear, guys. $8 is a very very unrealistic target. Reason being, that would put its market valuation to a massive sky high level. Jasmy would need to be in I think one of the top two projects in order to get to that point. And the likelihood of that happening are slim to none. But that does not mean Jasmy cannot to perform good. So we need to have realistic targets, think how the market works, and then go from there. But right now, obviously the analysis, as far as analysis go, the beauty of doing day-to-day analysis to kind of see what the trend is looking like right now, what you can see for yourself is we're still being supported by that extensive level of support that obviously dates back to 2020. But what you're starting to notice is, if I were to zoom in a little bit, you're seeing a little bit of move towards the upside right now as of recording this update. But at the same time, there is some significant resistance coming in its way. But if this resistance is able to clear out, I do believe Jasmy does have the capability of pushing back up to the 3.32 cents quite fast. And last time the price of Jasmy was there was June 24th, so actually exactly a month ago. So if you want to put this move into perspective, that's a move of about 17.75%. I do believe that can really come to life quite fast for Jasmy, considering the market cap on this project is still quite low compared to the market that we're in right now, especially considering the hype factor. The hype factor around Jasmy is quite high right now, and that is obviously due to supply and demand. Community is doing whatever they can, to obviously keep up the hype. And let me tell you guys, hype is massive in the crypto market. Hype plays a huge role, believe it or not. And Jasmy has that hype, but there's a lot of other things that they need to kind of get clear before more and more people start getting excited. But so far so good as far as the price is concerned. It's looking good. I'm very impressed how it has held at this 2.7 cents support line for I think the fourth day in a row. But again, at the same time, that support is a very very important support level. So what you want to be doing right now is focusing very very close on BTC. As I've said, Bitcoin is facing some resistance as it's trying to break towards the upside. But whales, if they try to push the price of BTC down, $64,000 retest could be the next in the book. So if that happens, obviously we discussed what could happen with the price of Jasmy. You could potentially see Jasmy retesting down to the 2.4 cents even. So we need to keep these factors in mind. But so far so good as far as the daily time frame goes. I'm liking what I'm seeing. If we're able to break out of this key resistance, I do think we could start seeing Jasmy start heading towards that 3 cents mark, and especially above 3 cents, which we haven't seen since last month. But let me know down below what you guys personally think, what excites you the most about Jasmy, and yeah, let me know your personal thoughts. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.